time anyone saw a Miami Norland high school teacher alive.
Let's get right out to CBS 4's Amber Diaz, who's live outside TGK in West Miami-Dade with a new video. Amber.
Well, Ruta Bay and Elliott, good afternoon to you. Yes, this video is about an hour and 20 minutes long, but we took the time picking out those crucial moments which appear to link her longtime friend to her murder. At 6:05 on May 15th, Miami Norland Senior High School.
Explaining the circumstances surrounding the police-involved shooting last night that claimed the life of a 12-year-old. Police say the young boy fired at them, and one officer was struck in the face and eyes with shards of glass.
What's up, gang, and welcome back to another episode of Hip Hop Forever. Today, we're taking a trip out to Miami Gardens to find out more about Kameela Russell, who was murdered by assistant principal. In the meantime, I'm gonna need y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget, gang, won't incriminate nobody over here. Let's go.
Miami Gardens. Kameela Russell was a beloved teacher at Miami Norland Senior High School. Investigators said the mother of two went missing for 10 days before she was found dead floating in a canal, after a teenager found her body in the banks of a canal on May 18, 2019. The Miami-Dade County Medical Examiner's Office determined a blunt force head injury caused the death of the 41-year-old mother of two. Linda Russell, Kameela Russell's mother, told Local 10 News that the loss of her daughter and only child still consumes her. "I couldn't believe it. I was shocked and I couldn't understand," she said. Police were led to former Miami Norland Senior High School Assistant Principal Ernest Joseph Roberts, the godfather to Kameela's oldest daughter and co-worker. Russell, who was a test proctor at Miami Norland Senior High School, was a longtime friend of Roberts, and they even worked together until February when Roberts was transferred to another school. Russell's body was found floating in a canal on May 25 near Roberts' home in Miami Gardens. Police said surveillance video shows her driving up to Roberts' house and walking inside. Authorities said Roberts was later seen coming out of the home alone and driving away in Russell's car. Linda Russell told Local 10 News that her daughter knew Roberts since she was 10 years old. "When they said he was a suspect, I couldn't believe it," she said. Detectives said Roberts tried to cover up his crimes by seeking help from another employee. Authorities also said they received tips from several employees that Roberts may be involved. For Linda Russell, as her daughter's death approaches 4 years, she still wants to know why this happened. "I am trying to wrap around my head. I don't understand," she said. While Roberts is facing charges of second-degree murder, the charge may become a first-degree murder charge once the case goes in front of a grand jury.
For a missing woman, police say 41-year-old Kameela Russell has been missing since May 15th. That's the last time Russell's family says they saw her and say it's unusual for her not to stay in contact. Anyone with information is asked to call Miami Gardens police.
After a Miami Gardens teacher was murdered, a former assistant principal is now charged in her death.
Ernest Roberts is accused of killing Kameela Russell last month. Her body was discovered floating in a Miami Gardens canal in late May. And right now we have team coverage at noon on this murder arrest. Local 10 News reporter Trent Kelly is live right now outside the victim mother's home in Miami Gardens.
But let's start things off with Local 10 News reporter Jeff Weinstein, who is live at Miami Gardens Police Department with the latest. Jeff.
Janice, they both worked once side by side at Norland Senior High School, but they were much more than co-workers. In fact, in a recent tweet, Ernest Roberts called her his sister. He is also the godfather to both of her children. Right now, as you said, he is charged with first-degree murder, with killing her inside of his house. As Ernest Roberts is being questioned in the Miami Gardens Police Department this morning, investigators, with the help of Miami-Dade firefighters, bring saws and axes into his house. A source says they may be looking for blood under some carpeting. Roberts now charged with killing Kameela Russell, a friend and a former colleague of his at Norland High. Both were once assistant principals there. Russell, who was now a testing administrator, was last seen alive May 15th pulling into her aunt's house. Her body found 10 days later floating in a canal near Roberts' Miami Gardens home. According to an arrest affidavit, Roberts asked a fellow school employee if he could make a car disappear. Attached were the keys to Russell's Audi. There was blood on Roberts' front door, on a sandal, on an Amazon box in his bedroom. A source says there may be pieces of carpet missing from the house, as if someone tried to get rid of evidence. And phone records place Russell at Roberts' house when she apparently disappeared. A source says a relative or a friend may have helped Roberts remove the body from the house, and that may have been caught on a neighbor's surveillance camera. In a recent tweet, Roberts wrote, quote, "Kameela was more than a sister. For more than 20 years, she's been at my side." He says rumors are dangerous. Anyone with facts, please reach out. This was Russell's last Instagram post before vanishing, and those were likely her last words on social media. And according to that arrest warrant that we received about an hour ago, Roberts' house reeked of bleach when investigators went inside. He had asked a school colleague and told a school colleague what happened in his house is that he had killed an intruder with a baseball bat, and asked that colleague how he could get rid of blood in his house. The state attorney's office, as well as the chief of police here at Miami Gardens, expected to hold a news conference at 2 o'clock this afternoon, and right now Roberts remains here at the Miami Gardens Police Department. We expect him to be transported to TGK within the next hour or so. Kameela Russell died, according to the medical examiner's office, of blunt trauma to the head. We're live outside the Miami Gardens Police Department. Jeff Weinseer, Local 10 News.
Jeff, thank you.
And our team coverage turns now to Local 10 News reporter Trent Kelly.
He is live outside the teacher mother's home in Miami Gardens right now. Live. What can you tell us, Trent?
Well, guys, over the last few hours, we started to see a few more family members pulling up here to the family's home. That's after the news of this arrest was first announced. This driveway, of course, is one of the final places where Kameela was ever seen alive. And now her family is struggling to come to terms with the news that her accused killer is someone who they knew very well. New video showing the Miami Gardens police chief leaving the home belonging to Kameela Russell's family this morning. The chief, we're told, was there to personally inform the family that an arrest had been made in the case of their missing daughter. Kameela's mother, Linda Russell, not ready to speak on camera, telling Local 10 the family is still trying to process the news. She says the family is especially shaken knowing the accused killer, Ernest Roberts, is someone they knew very well. Roberts used to serve as an assistant principal at Norland High, the very same school where Russell worked as a test administrator. Her body found weeks later floating in a canal just a few blocks away. Linda Russell saying at the time she didn't understand why anyone would want to harm her daughter.
Basically, they're just continuing the investigation, now that they've recovered a body. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it at all.
And you can only imagine all of the emotions that the family is going through right now. Again, they tell me they are just too torn up right now to speak out publicly on this. They're hoping to convene as a family later this afternoon and maybe even answer a few questions later today. As soon as that happens, we will bring it to you both on air and online. For now,
Case of former assistant principal accused of killing a teacher. Former Norland High assistant principal Ernest Roberts is charged with first-degree murder and the death of Kameela Russell, a popular teacher at the same school. She disappeared on May 15th and her body was found days later in a canal near Roberts' home. Police arrested Roberts and he pleaded not guilty. He remains in jail with no bond.
And it's been nearly 4 years since a beloved teacher was murdered, allegedly at the hands of a co-worker and longtime friend.
And today we're hearing from the victim's mother as the case goes to trial next week. Local 10 crime specialist Bridget Matter is live in Pembroke Pines with this exclusive. Bridget.
And it's been close to 4 years since Kameela Russell's murder, and her mother says that her case is still pending in the justice system. Russell's mother says all these years later, she still has no motive in her daughter's case.
Kameela Russell was a beloved school teacher at Miami-Norland Senior High School. The mother of two went missing for 10 days before she was found dead floating in a canal. The cause of death, blunt force trauma to the head.
I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. I just couldn't understand.
Her mother, Linda Russell, says the loss of her daughter and only child consumes her. Police were led to Ernest Joseph Roberts, the godfather to Kameela's oldest daughter and a co-worker. Roberts worked as the former assistant principal at Norland Senior High School. Now he's the suspect in Kameela's murder.
When they said he was a suspect, I'm like, I can't believe it.
Her mother says her daughter knew Roberts since she was 10. Police discovered surveillance video of Kameela walking into Roberts' home, but she never left. Detectives say Roberts tried to cover up his crimes in a bizarre way, seeking help from another employee. Detectives received tips from several employees that Roberts may be involved. For Russell, close to 4 years later, she wants to know why this happened.
I'm just trying to wrap around my head, like, why? You know, I don't understand. I don't understand why it happened.
A hearing